Oops. I think I figured it out. Hello, everyone. A minute early. Just trying to figure this out again. Finally did it. And I think we're live. And it's only 1 minute before I'm supposed to start. So hello, everyone. Hello. Sarah, my girl. How are you? Are you ready for the game? I'm ready. Only, I don't have that much hope, but I'm ready. How's everything going? I am going to be trying to continue on this page today. And here it is. Everything good? Ready for the game? Tea ready, but not hopeful. I totally understand. Totally understand. Today's game is Argent FIFA against England. Sad, but true. Sad. So that's why I'm ready today. That's why I'm early because, that's a game I don't want to miss. But I know that I'm going to be so angry once they start calling shots for Messi. I'm going to be angry. I'm going to be screaming at my TV. Hi, Anna. How you doing? You just got this book today. Great. This is the Fantasy World. Are you in Joe's collaboration? Let me see. I'm hoping I fix my camera to where it doesn't blurry the picture once I'm coloring, like it doesn't focus. Let me see if I can figure that out. So I don't want it to focus. No? Oh, well, that's fine. There should be other stuff later on happening with this book. But I want to make sure that if I'm coloring, then I think, hi, Jess, how you doing, my girl? Sweet girl. Yesterday, what was yesterday? It was very focused. Yes, once I start coloring, we'll see. Because I changed some settings and I'm still trying to figure this phone out. And so let's continue. I've been working on this with some soft oil pastels. I tried to do the sky with pencils, and then I realized, what am I doing? Why am I doing the sky with pencils? It's going to look blushy. So I went back to my soft oil pastels and started doing that. And that's exactly what I did. And now it looks better. It's not so blushy. And this is, okay, so I'm going to show you. So this is what I'm going for. See this picture? Let's see. Yeah. So this is what I'm going for, the color palette. And good things just woke up from my nap. That's awesome. You took a nap. I want to take a nap this afternoon, but I don't know if I can. So this is the color palette that I'm going for. I look in Pinterest. So kind of, they're kind of standing like that. So I figure if I do, a little bit of greening and like the flowers will be pink and yellow. And then the horse, I'm not quite sure about what to do with the horse. So like maybe a grayish with a little bit of white. I'm not sure yet. Then the castle, of course, with blue roofs and then yellow windows and then kind of like a grayish blue bricks. And I think, and then I don't want to do his jacket yellow nor gray. I want to do it kind of like a hunter green, but we'll see. I don't know. It might not look good that way. What do you guys think? So let me continue. And you guys, Adri wants to watch the football after this. Yes, that's why I'm early, because it is an important game. It's Argentina versus England. So I want to support all my English friends out there. But let's hope something happens and it doesn't go toward Argentina. So let me start. You tell me if it once I start coloring, if it goes out of focus. So I'm doing this I'm putting some blue like on the edges. Putting some blue and then I'm putting some green. And I'm kind of mixing it. Let's see. Let's see how that works. Yeah, it's the World Cup. And see, last Wednesday, around this time, we play against Switzerland. And we lost, so we got out. And now it's England against Argentina. So yeah, so what you think about doing the way I'm doing it, like putting some blue with the green? I think it gives it a depthness. And this is the page for my collaboration with Joe. The second collaboration. Okay, let me read let's see, Adri wants to watch, yeah, the World Cup. I saw your announcement just now. Okay. Tried to put it as early as I could because I knew everybody was expecting me to be at 2 p.m. And I started checking time and it's like, oh my God, that's the exact time that the game starts. And I know I have a lot of my subscribers and my people that watch my live streams from England, and I don't want to. I actually want to support England, 100%. Okay, so let me see. What if I do? Oh my God! But I'm scared. I'm scared. What if I do the horse? Like if I put a little bit of gray, like on the edges, and then put a little bit of white, and then see if I mix it and see if it gives me a good shadow for the horse. What do you guys think? Love those colors. Thank you, Sarah. I I think it's gonna work. I think it's gonna work. Let's see. And let's do this. So I'm going to do like that. Gray. I love a gray horse. I would have been here regardless. I know, but I know a lot of people are. It's this happens every 4 years, and I am a football lover, so I can understand. I understand if some people decides not to be on my live stream just because there is football going on. You guys, I've been in love now working with soft oil pastels on these things. It's like it makes everything so smooth, so like I don't see any patches when I work with it. It's so cool. Thank you. Thank you. Who else is coming live today? Does anybody know? I don't know who else is live today. I know Jess was on Monday and Sunday. think this is actually gonna look cool. Oh, Yolanda at 11 a.m. 11 a.m. where? In what time zone? So it's probably tonight for me. Probably after the game. Mm, it's probably after the game. Because I know that for me, Yolanda always comes out like at 8 p.m. for me. Where is Yolanda at? What country? PST. Usually Yolanda later, but she's at band practice tonight. Oh, she's not coming on tonight. Okay. So what's going on with everybody? How's everybody doing? What's going on in your coloring world? I haven't been able to color much, I tell you. I am so much behind. I'm probably not going to do half of the things that I wanted to do. Like I'm going to concentrate on only on strong commitments. And I'm so excited just with the page that I got for your collaboration. I'm so happy that I got that one. Let's see. Let's mix it with some white. See if I can get it better. Hope it didn't get dirty. Hi, Janan. I'm so happy to see you here. I haven't seen you or talked to you in ages. So glad you're here. How does he look? I'm not sure. I'm kind of nervous about this horse. Hi, Nora. How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome to my Sunday. No, this is not Sunday. Goodness. To my Wednesday hangout. I am I am lost. I'm telling you guys. I've been lost in time. This month is like time is passing fast, but time is not passing at the same time. It's like I want July to be over, but it's like hanging slow, and yet too much is happening. Like I can't catch up. Hi, Shara. How you doing? Thank you for coming. Glad to see you here. I made it to a live stream this morning. Thank goodness. Well, I thank goodness too. I'm happy you're here. How is the horse looking? You think it's looking? I might have to come back with pencils and just fix stuff. Hi, Don. Hi, Don. Thank you for coming. Oops, there's something brownish in there. It's like it looks a little dirty over here, but not dirty over here. Let me see if I can get this in here so you can. Match the color. There we go. I think it looks brilliant. Thank you. Thank you. I am trying to use my soft oil pastels to the best of my abilities, because the more I use them, the better I get at them, and the better I start figuring out techniques to use them. Yep. Let's see. Is the camera focusing on my hand or focusing on the picture? I'm still trying to figure that part out. What did I do with my eraser? Here it is. Oh. I know this book doesn't like erasing. Let's see. Yeah, this book doesn't like erasing at all. But I got it smudged with green. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it like that, and later I'll come back and do the pencil work. But I'm gonna do this. But I'm gonna leave it like that. What did I do the other one? And come back and do pencil work later. Let's see what it's saying. Okay, let me see. Okay, so I have missed quite a. Hi, Pauline. Thank you for being here. How are you doing? How are you feeling, my girl? Let's see. I think it looks brilliant. Thank you. Hi, Charmaine. I know it's late in your place, so I appreciate you being here. And Janet said, I had just had a go with watercolors for Claire's Roulette. So far, it's fairly rubbish. Oh, you'll get better. You'll get better. Just use it. If you don't feel like you're doing well with it, just use a book that you don't use often, like you don't care, and practice there. And too late. Share this YouTube. I found it myself. Hi, Brittany. Hi. Hello, everyone. What color book is this image from? This is from Fantasy World. Hold on. Let me put this away. This is Fantasy World by Emily Little Holberg. And I'm going to go ahead and put my oil pastels to the side. And I'm going to start working on her dress. And her dress is going to be very light blue. So I'm hoping that I don't mess up with this. Where's my light blue? Here it is. And I'm using Faber-Castell Black Edition. Okay. US is about 12. Okay. I'm an hour behind your sis Dawn. Okay. Here is 11:18. Color and Bliss has a live premiere at 9 p.m. Eastern Time tonight. Okay, good. Good to know. I'm initially instead of sometimes in my above comment. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go with this for the dress, for her dress. I'm going to start here. Not going to... And I'm gonna try to leave some white on the center because I want it to be very wispy. Do you guys, I don't know if it happens to those that have been working on the collaboration with Joe. You guys get nervous when you're working on a page for a collaboration, like you don't know, am I doing the right choice? Am I picking the right pencil? Am I putting enough color in it? Is it gonna look good? I feel like that every time I start coloring a page for collaboration. I don't know about you guys. This looks like it's a bluish gray. See, let me see. Wispy mixing is a new trend for the summer season. Yes, very nervous. Yes, Sarah. I get very nervous. And like I'm shaking every time I pick up a pen. My page sucks on Predator Prey. Might not post it. Oh, hi, Auntie Chris, my girl. How are you? I see you saw my message. And yesterday, I was busy all day long. I think I didn't sit down to color until probably hmm, around 6 p.m. in the afternoon. I didn't even turn on the TV yesterday until about that time. Usually, I had the TV on almost all day, like listening to people on YouTube or things like that. I didn't even do that. Okay, let's see. Because I did post the June bug. Okay, I haven't checked that. I need to go check. I wish the live chat will be safe with the live premieres or live so that people who watch after the live premieres or live finish can see what the other people outside the channel owner says. It is. You just had to there is two options when you but I think it's only on your phone though. Like you had to when you go to comments, they have some like dots, and you scroll to the side, and then it says live chat, and then all the chat comes up, and then you can read what people are saying, and then understand why the host is saying what they're saying. But I'm not sure if that option is available on TV. I know it's available on your phone. Let's see. Uh, I never think about all of that since I use the media I'm used to and never have a problem with what color I want to use. Well, that's great because I do all the time. And this month has been the hardest for me to decide what to do, when to do it, what colors to use, what pencils to use, all that. Auntie Chris says, Nora, post your page even if it's not what you want. Learning is worth celebrating. Yes. Audrey, what is the name of the Japanese coloring book with the twins in it? I used to see a live premieres and lives after my iPad. Okay, so the name of it is called In the Forest with Little Twins. I think that's the name of it. You guys should see. Yesterday the lady that comes to clean my house, she came yesterday, and that's one of the reasons why I was so busy, because when she comes, I I don't just sit around watching her clean. I get down with her, and we deep clean every time she comes, because she only comes once a month. So I help her. And yesterday I deep clean and organize my bookshelf. And I'll bring, hold in there. I'm gonna go get the book so I can tell you the name. Okay, so I'm thinking this is the book that you said that you want. It's called A Forest Diary with Little Twins. I think that's the name. And I'm gonna put it over here. Okay, now I'm thinking I'm gonna go deeper. Blue, like, let me see. Is this good? Oh, this is, yeah, I think this is good. And let me check before I put it in. So this is the one I use. And this is what I have. This is what I have. Let's mix it with white. Okay, I think it works. I think it works. Let's see. Brenda says, I found a copy of the out-of-print Traces Around the World by Erie, first book of 3 in the series for sale on Amazon Japan. But I had to go through a shipping forward company that will buy it for me. What can you do it by yourself, like on your own? That's how I got my Japanese books. I went to Japanese Amazon Japan, and then just put my address, pay with my card, and then they shipped it to my address. I didn't need a third party. Okay, let's see. Auntie Chris says, serious questions, Audrey. Do you ever use black? You know, I never thought of that. I do use black sometimes, but I am not, I don't use it that often, not that I think about it. You know, I don't use it that often. Does anybody else uses black all the time? I had never thought of that, Auntie Chris, until now. Okay, anybody else is glad the World Cup is over on Sunday? I never thought I would say that, but I'm kind of glad. The World Cup has become in circles. It's not what it used to be. Okay. Am I for hair color or fur color? I'm looking at this picture and I see the grade on the horse, and it occurred to me I don't think I ever seen you use any dark colors ever. No, I don't use I mean, I can go dark. Like, I think the darkest I done is this. I think, but I'm not. I don't think it. I think it's part of my personality. That's not my personality. And even when I dress, I don't use dark colors that often. Like every once in a while, I wear black, but I don't have that much black stuff. So I think it's part of my personality. Just says, as someone who can stand football, I've been looking forward to it. The ending for weeks. Yes. I'm glad the FIFA World Cup is almost done because Martha, public transportation available in part of Atlanta, Georgia, Clayton County, Georgia, DeKalb County, and Fulton County, Georgia, can get their act together. Was the background at the title page already black? No, 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 it was not. No, no, this is not black. This is purple. It's not black. Does it look black? See, it's purple. It's like a deep purple, almost blue. So it's not. um, you're right. I mean, FIFA has become an entity for robbing people. Is it? Yeah. I'm not gonna say nothing else. I might get banned from this app. So I'm not gonna say anything else. Because I found it funny that I was gonna make a meme and I asked ChatGPT to make me an image because I wanted to make a meme that said I was that the thing that I was gonna say in the meme, and I thought it was hilarious, is I'm afraid to watch this universe because the the crown is gonna go to Messi, or they're gonna give the crown to Messi. And I thought it was hilarious, and I don't think I was, doing anything wrong with that. It's not. ChatGPT said it was not allowed to do that. That was against the rules. So that makes me wonder. That makes me wonder. Let me see. And that says me too, just I can't stand it. Auntie Chris, my phone display is terrible. Nothing looks like the color it is. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes you have to adjust your colors. Brittany says, including Martha mobility because they decided to overhaul those bus systems, meaning new complete bus routes too close to when the FIFA World Cup games started playing here. Oh, bye, Dawn. Thank you for coming. I hope you, I hope I cut that on time for you to hear that I said goodbye. Does the dress is starting to look better? It's beyond adjusting. Well, we're gonna say, with my new phone, I I messed up when I first got it. Like I was adjusting settings and stuff, And then I don't know when I changed the settings on the color, and everything look orangey. Like reds look orangey and greens look like brownish. Like, oh no, what did I do? Because impossible, my new phone could not have that bad of a color rendition. And so I asked ChatGPT what happened, how can I fix it, and it gave me step by step, and I fixed it. My sea watercolor challenge is just that I'm in an instant group. I will post it even if it's a mess. If it's a mess, that's fine. I sometimes, I show you my worst stuff too. Like, I'm not gonna hide when I do. And we all have those extremely gorgeous pictures that we just want to show the world, and then we also all have those that we are so ashamed we don't want to show anybody. But that is part of our learning curve. I mean, not everything we're gonna do is gonna be gorgeous, but everything we do is for the our learning progress. Let's see, where's the one? Step away, says Sarah again. And if I can get back, take care, everyone. Okay. Janet says move into onto alcohol markers, then I can chat too. Good. My problems here is that I might have to do this. My. Where did I put my? Here, yeah. Hey. Okay, I might have to do this to be able to mix this white. I'm gonna do this. Let me see. Let's see if this works. There we go. Yeah. It gives it a better mixing of the colors. Mm-hmm. Let me see. Jess says so true, but people are also so much kinder than we ever are to ourselves. Correct. Nailed it. Sometimes I have put on my month review of my coloring at the end of the month or beginning of the month for the previous month. And I said, I give myself like I say, this page was horrible. I hated it, but I show it anyway. And then people come back and they say that's the one that they like the most. Bye, Charmaine. Thank you for being here, my sweet girl. Have sweet dreams. Hope you sleep well. Okay. Does that look better for the dress? Does it look like it stopped being patchy? Because it was too patchy. Okay. True, Jess. Case in point, Audrey calling her least favorite page is horrible and terrible and awful. First of all, Audrey, when you trash your work, you're also trashing my friend Audrey's work. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to trash your friend. Trash your friend. Tell her, tell her to please forgive me. Oh gosh, what happened here? Okay. You know, I've been having a hard week because, and I was very close to canceling today. Like I wasn't, like I felt like I didn't want to. How can I put it? I've been having a hard week because of, dealing with my mother and all that, my sisters, and I was actually going to cancel my live stream today. Like I was like, I have no energy. But I went ahead and said, no, I actually need it. I actually going to do it because it helps me. So I'm going to thank everyone, each and every one of you for being here, even though I scheduled it for an early, because even though I didn't want to do it, not listening, like reading everything you guys are saying is really uplifting. Knowing that I have dear friends out there that are constantly thinking about how I'm doing, if I'm doing well, if everything is okay. It goes beyond the words that I can show you any appreciation, because I really had no words or even actions to say thank you for all of that. Um, so thank you so much, thank you so much, because even in my worst times, and I come here and I don't want to cry because I've been very susceptible this week. I know that you guys are there, and that you guys see me, and that you guys connect with me in a level that other people can connect with me, because art for me is a way um to release emotions. And so I want to say thank you, even though I wasn't going to do this live today. I Until this morning I was thinking of canceling, but I'm glad I didn't. So I say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. um and I really don't know how to pay back. I wish I could, but I really don't know how. But I think the only way I can pay back is being here and sharing my daily things with you guys, and being present when you guys do something on Instagram, and showing that I do love you all. So, sorry, I had to go through that rant. Uh, Sarah says, I never saw a bad page from you, Andres. You're so sweet. You see it from with eyes of love. And to Chris, and if one of us had produced those pages, you would never call it horrible or awful. No, that is totally correct. I would never. I would never. Uh, try some extra vitamins. I need to do that. We love you, Audrey. I love you, Sarah. It's surprising how much better you feel by going live. It's true. It's true. Um, it's true. Because we are the real deal. It comes the art of siblings, correct. Jeanette says you are very special. That's clear to us all. I love you, Jeanette. You're so sweet. Thank you, Audrey. You're amazing. Sarah, you are the amazing person. Oof. I had no words to describe you, Sarah. You're welcome. Don't cry though. I know. Hi, Helen. You're here. Thank you for being here. Um, thank you. We are here for you. Run away. The way you pay back is by keeping doing what you're doing, making videos, doing live streams, and sharing your creativity with us. That's all the repayment we need. Thank you, Jess. You're such a sweet girl. Um, yeah, I had and I think I don't have anybody to talk about it, and I think that's why I get teary eye. But my mother went to a home the same week that that I got to Cali, and I was in a way forced, not forced because I actually went. I actually went because of what my tia Miriam said, that I needed to go see her because we don't know what life has ahead of us. So I went to see her, and really I've been a mess since. And every time that happens, I'm a mess for a few months, and I'm a mess right now. I can't control my emotions, and I can't do nothing right. I can't concentrate. I can't figure out what to do about anything. And now she's in a home, and she's desperate to come out of there. She hates it, and somehow it's my responsibility to get her out. Like everybody's saying that because I don't have a job, because I live close to where she is, that because she moved from Cali to Pereira, which Pereira is about 45 minutes from here, that I need to help her, that I need to help her find another place, that I need to do this, that I need to do that. And then my phone doesn't stop ringing, and the messages doesn't stop coming, and I'm going crazy. It's just, I can't deal with it. And now they decided that they're going to move her, that they're going to move her to the same town that I'm moving in 4 months, 4 months, which means that now once I'm there, it's going to be my responsibility to check on her on a daily basis. And that's just, uh, anyway, that is the reason why I'm like this. That is the reason why I can't concentrate. That's the reason why I don't think I can finish everything that I said I was going to do, because I have no head. I am going like a chicken without a head, running everywhere and not being able to do anything right. So I just needed to say it to somebody, because I haven't said that. I haven't outspoken those words to anybody. And thank you for listening to me. And that's the reason why I wanted to cancel, because it's like, am I really the right person right now to go live, even though I cannot uplift anybody? So anyway, thank you for listening. Let me read the notes. Uh, Ellen say here, always will try to make it. Thank you, my sweet girl. You know I adore you. Janet said, wonderful. Said yes, I can the words like you do. Always be yourself, says Sarah. I know. Thank you. Thank you for being my friend, Sarah. Sarah. We do love you, Audrey says. Hi, Liz. You're here. Thank you. I love seeing you here. Um, Helen says, oh, Audrey, sending you hugs. Thank you, my girl. Jess says, you're allowed to feel your feelings. Auntie Chris says, no, 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 no. Yeah. Oh, no, says Jeanette. Sarah said, it's too much, Audrey. Yes, it is. I can totally understand that is difficult, says Nora. Brittany says, what are we referring here? Oh, I'll say it in a minute. It's not fair in one person, says Sarah. Helen says, Adri, you still have a life and looking after a loved one full time is hard. It will be, the problems, Helen, is that it would be fine if it was a loved one, but it's not. Janet says, very pleased you can tell us. Just says, you owe her nothing. She left you as a child. She is safe and cared for. You don't need to do anything extra. Very Eva. Oh, hi, Berika Eva. Wow, welcome. First time I see you here. Thank you for being here. I love seeing your faces. Nora says, absolutely. If you need support, we are here. Well, thank you. Helen says, you need help. If your mom wants to come out of a home, she isn't a home. As you can be independent, you can take it all on your shoulders. Well, everybody thinks that I can. Everybody thinks that I can. And nobody stops to understand that she never, ever did anything for me. Thank you, Helen. I know your invoice is always open. Sarah says, the problem share is a problem half. You're fantastic. Be proud of yourself. Thank you, Berika. And you have a fantastic channel. Oh, that's so sweet of you to say that. Anyway. So anyway, that's all. I'm gonna try to move on. Move on. But I'm glad I got it out of my chest. And should I do, okay, you guys, and Jess has a wonderful always ideas of what to do. Like her dress. Oh, mine. Hold on. This is part of her dress. That's part of her dress. And let's go over here. And then let's do a little bit of here. And let's do a bit here. There we go. Okay, so Jess always has wonderful ideas. So you guys saw the picture. Let me see if I can have it here. Let me see if I can show you again the picture I'm going by. And so, okay, so I said that I wanted to do this type of wispy blue on her dress. You know how she's in here like a wispy blue with a little, with darker edges like I did here. I don't know if I should go deeper. Like, should I go deeper into it? And since she doesn't have, neither this one nor this one has a scarf to go over, should I do that scarf like a darker blue, or should I just leave it like this, like she has it in here, like the same way of the rest of the dress? And Jess always has good ideas. Tell me, and everybody else that knows, what should I do for that part of the dress? And let me read the... Janet says, I believe that you told us your story so we can share this trouble with you and ease your head. Thank you, my sweet Janet. Everybody can mind their own FM business. I wish my sisters would do that. Really. I wish they would. I wish they stop controlling my time. Hi, Lucy, my sweet girl, you here. So I'm going to give it a little wisp of blue here at the horse. Just like a little bit. Not much. Yeah, just a little bit. See, Jess says, you could go a darker shade of blue. It looks like a cloak, and they often darker in color. Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking that because like she in here, she's not wearing the same thing, but it's something wrapped. So, and then it's like really light because it's like this one has a light hitting it, so that's why it's lighter. But yeah, I could go darker. And like in this one, she doesn't have it. And oh gosh, do they have gloves? I colored their hands. I knew their hands were weird. But this, okay, I can figure it out. Let me see. Let me read the. And Auntie Chris says, I will do the same color or something that looks like print, but maybe like it look like the same fabric. Okay. Lucy says, hi everyone. Hi, hi, hi. Brittany said, this is my second day of drinking 1 cup, 8 ounces of prune juice that the GI doctor and my nutritionist recommended, and I drink to help my constipation. Well, good for you. Yeah. Yeah. Since I have a gastric sleep, I don't have the problem anymore. And Nora says, gonna cook dinner, be back later to watch the rest. Okay, what are you cooking? Bring us something good. I haven't cooked lunch yet, but I'm not going to until after that. So I'm gonna go 1 more hour, and then I'm gonna go and make me some lunch. And then I'm gonna stop 1 hour before the game. And then I'm going to, I'm gonna cook, and I'm gonna sit down to watch the game. Because I think that looks better now that I added a little bit of brown, of a little bit of gray in there. There we go. And so I was adding a little bit of, was it this one? Yeah, a little bit of blue at the very edge. And like the mane of the horse, should I go a darker gray or should I go black? Now that Auntie Chris says that I don't ever use black. Okay, let me read the Mandy. Hi, hi, hi. Thank you for coming for my Hangout Wednesdays. And nachos. Oh my God, I haven't had good nachos in 2 years. I want me some nachos. We are hungry at lunchtime, so we have a big lunch, just a snack for dinner. Yeah, I usually don't have dinner. I eat lunch, and there's something, that's a habit I started having here in Colombia when I moved here. And because in the United States, people eat dinner, and I ate dinner, but in Colombia, I don't eat dinner. Um, Goodness, okay. Talking about the GI doctor. Well, it's great that he gave you the thing that you need. I'm Googling gray horses. Good. You can send it to me on Instagram. I have 3 phones now. I can check. For one, I'm checking the chat. Another one, I am going live. And the other one, I have it on the side, and I can check Instagram. Um. Okay, so I'm gonna go darker for her. This. So I'm gonna go use the same colors but go darker. And I think that's what we said we were going to do. You want me to zoom a little bit more? I hope it doesn't start focusing on my hand. Okay. So I want to go, instead of adding the white one to the center, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and go put it all blue in here, and then just leaving the light blue in the center and going darker to the sides. I think that's how it will be. I need to do this. Hold on. I need to do this because I don't want to. There you go. Okay. Okay. I'm not going to be reading the chat. Chat among yourselves for a minute till I finish this part. I can, one of the things that I really cannot wait to color, like there is some stuff that I'm not going to do this month, that I'm probably not going to have the time nor the desire to get to it, because my mind is shifting all the time with everything that's going on. So I might not have the desire. Uh, okay, so I think Sarah sent that. Okay, let me see. I think somebody sent me a picture. Let me see. Oh yeah, Sarah sent me a picture. Oh, I like this patchy. I like this patchy horse. And he does have a darker mane. It's dark gray. So I could do that. And you see there's another. Oh, and this one has a whitish mane. And also the gray is patchy. So I could do a little patchy on him. That's all the pictures. Okay. I'm going to keep those in mind when I come back to him. What did I do with my pencil? It's here. So like I was saying, I might not color everything that I need to color, but there is a couple of things that I do need to concentrate. And one is this one, because this is for Joe's collaboration, and it's due August 15, and I don't like to leave it for the last time, because what if I'm really tied up with something else and I can't do it? So I don't want to had to call Joe and say I didn't get it. Never, never, ever I would do that to Joe. And so that is one. Then the other one is my own collaboration, which I still have plenty of time, but I'd like to have it done. And that one is due September 1st. And then the third one is Jess collaboration. And that I know that I have time because it's due August 30th. So I have time, and the picture and the page that I picked for that is one I've been wanting to do for years. And I'm so happy that nobody had claimed it, and that I actually got it. So those are the three that I want. Plus, I also asked Jess that if some of the ones that I sent her, the picture that I sent her, if nobody claims them, if I can have at least one of those. And because those are pages that I really want to do, and I've been wanting to do them for years. So I'm thinking this is my opportunity to do it. This is more of a grayish. Um, Sarah says it's called Dapple Gray. Okay, Dapple Gray. I'll keep that in mind. Just says, oh, I'm so happy you're able to do the page you wanted to do for years. Yes, and when you when you posted saying that you were not going to receive anything before that time, I immediately wrote the email. I took the pictures, I put it, and I immediately scheduled it for that moment. So like you said it, I think you said 5 p.m. So I checked what time would it have been for me, and immediately wrote the email and send it with a schedule to be out of my inbox at that time. So it would not be like I would not forget later on to send the email. And it worked, and I think you received it really quick. And if I had waited, with all the things that I had in my head, I probably would have forgotten to send the email. Okay. So for everybody that is wondering, I think it's called chapter 2, the double spread. Chapter 2 is the one where she's sitting on a bench and next to her is the little girl in Romantic Country 3. And next to it is a bike. Hi, Angela. Hi. Thank you for being here. Helen said, I did the same, Audrey. I had a drafter for days. Me too. Like, and ain't nobody gonna take my page from me. Ain't nobody gonna do that. It's gonna be there first. That's called wanting something really bad. Helen says, "My had to draft a second email when it opens for a second page." I already, and that's the first thing I did. I sent just a message saying, hey, if you have an extra this or that available after Sunday, please keep it in mind. So, been there, done that. Helen said, "It's nice to hear you laugh." You guys, you guys brighten my day today. Thank you. So that one is coming darker. Like I'm not putting that much white into it. What time is it? Oh, okay. We still got time. Yeah. Uh, this chap is missing several thumbs. I'm going thumbless, guys. Helen says, "You brighten our days, Audrey." Oh, so sweet. Okay, I think I'm going to add darkness to this. Like, go deeper. Go deeper in the folds. So for anybody that's wondering, I'm using Faber-Castell Black Edition. Just in case. And anybody's wondering, I'm using the book is it's Fantasy World by Emily Little Holoberg. For those that are coming in. Wait, is that part of her dress? Right here? Yes. Her dress. Somebody's listening to music outside my apartment. Okay. I want to get Faber-Castell Black Edition one day. They're good. Well, but for what I understand, if Lucy's still around, she knows that the ones that I'm using are different than the ones that they're sold in the United States or anywhere else in the world. Like, uh, because I bought this Faber-Castell Black Edition here in Colombia, and according to what the research that Lucy has done, they they're different. Like we get a different altogether. And even our box is different. Like you guys have, let me show you. Oh gosh, put it over here. Like you guys have, let me show you the box. You guys have that box that is kind of like cardboard and it unfolds. And then we get this box. I don't have a, let me show you. So we get this box. And so our Faber-Castell Black Edition are called Super Soft, and I believe that they cannot call Super Soft in another states. And Lucy is here. I just saw her say something. She could say better than I can about what's going on with these pencils, but my pencils are not the same Black Edition that somewhere else. They're different. And yes, they're gorgeous, they're beautiful, and I love them. Back to the channel. Okay, so let me see what Lucy says. Oh, Cheryl says I made it back. Great, welcome back. Lucy says yes, Super Soft Latin American version is a bit softer than Black Edition. Oh, pick up feather design, yes. It's beautiful. Also, we have a few colors that doesn't exist in the other sets, like 820 burnt coral only exists in the 12010. Yeah, my set is 120, and I believe other countries only get 100. It is a beautiful case. I love it. And I found a really affordable price here in Colombia. Yeah. I wonder why the pencils are different. I think Lucy might be able to explain that better than I can. All I know, all the information I got was what Lucy has kindly told me about the pencils because I had no idea. So, and that makes me think that when I said Faber-Castell Black Edition worked better for me in this book, it might be a bit misleading because the ones that I have are the ones for South America. I don't have the American version. So if I said my best option for this book is Faber-Castell Black Edition, I am referring to the South American brand, the South American version. So if somebody comes and says, oh, it's not the same, they don't work well, that might be the case. I had no idea until recently that I was using a version that is only available to us here. So if I said that, if I said, what if people ask me what pencils work better on this book, and I said Faber Pastel Black Edition, I'm referring to the South American one. Let me see what it says. Lucy says, because when they took the proposal to the German Central, they decided to focus Black Edition for teens, and Super Soft is focused on adults, and to be the softer budget pencil available here. So no Black Edition Faber-Castell for me. Well, you still have it. It's just going to be slightly different. And it's only going to be the 100 pencils. So you can still get Black Edition, and they're still good pencils. I don't have the American version. Now, I mean, I really don't need it. But sometimes I think, what if I get them just to try them out? Just to see if it's a, if they're similar, what is the differences. But then again, I don't need it. Lucy says the triangular barrel only exists in Black Edition because the European branch focus on kids and teens. Oh, Cheryl says, she said no, 820 color, that means I don't really have all the colors. You have, if you have Black Edition, you have the American version. And if you have the American version, you probably only have 100. And that's all I know. That's all I know. Okay, so how her dress looks. Does it look better? And she's going to be blonde, and he's going to be a brunette. Like darker, going to black hair. And then the mane is going to be a dark gray. And then I got to do some patchiness in his skin. What time is it? I still got time. So I want to continue working with these blues. And I'm going to go for the castle roofs. Yes, I love the dark neckline. Yes. Thank you, Sarah. Lucy says, Shard, the South American version totals 128 colors. Okay. The American European version totals 126 colors, adding all the complementary sets. Okay. That's great. I didn't know that. Now I'm going to start dark with this because the roofs of this, let me see. And let me look at the picture again. Okay, I know where the music's coming from. It's the church in front of me. I guess they have a meeting. You guys hear that music? It's loud. Okay, so the rooftops are kind of bluish. And then the castle is gray, and there's a lot of light yellow coming from the windows. And same here. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do darker blue on the top, a little lighter to the bottom, and then turning gray to the rest. And then very bright yellow from the windows. And then this, I could do this one. I could do this, like put a little bit of purple for this entrance, since it's very similar. Let me see if this one has it. This one doesn't have it. Yeah, that's loud music. That's because they released 2 sets, new pastels and neons with 4 more colors each. Okay. Okay, see, don't hear any music except in my head. Lucy says I misspoke. European American version is 127. Okay, so which one is the one that only comes with 100? Because I know there is a set that is a Faber Style Black Edition that only comes with 100. And I think it's the one that unfolds. I can't hear the music from your end, Adri. Hi, Kate. Hi. Welcome. I hear it loud in here, and I know my balcony door is closed. But then again, I'm at the gym. Yeah, you're probably hearing all the noise from the gym. And it sounds like it's right here next door to me, but I think it's the church down below. Okay. And then I need a gray to go here. See, I need a gray. I'm bringing 3 grays. I'm bringing 3 grays to see how that works. Angela Santos says, getting my friend her package ready and sent for the Ahmad electric sharpener and Castle Harmonious color pencils, 72, and an extra surprise. Ah, good for your friend. I can't wait to see you to tell us what she thinks of them. That's awesome. Let's see, let's go a little darker here. Lucy says yes, exactly. The box that falls is 100, and then there is a pastels and neon plus skin tones and metallic set. Oh, okay. So those come in a separate package. I get it. I was not understanding that part. So let's continue. Oh, that's his hair. Like, what is that? That's his hair. It's too dark here. I am really liking how this is coming out. And you see, oh, that's a posh one. Each complimentary pack black edition set has 12 pencils. Oh, okay. I guess I had never really looked into it. Let me see if I start putting the yellow for the light. So let's do a light yellow for now, and then if I need to darken again. What was that? Okay. Okay. Let's do this. can always darken the inner part. You see, is that starting to look like that? I think so. I think so. Let's go back to do this part. Yeah, they're loud. I can hear it here. Oh, I'm getting warm. So I have all the windows closed and no AC, and we're getting a warmer day. Let me see. I need darker. I'm gonna put this one over here. Darker. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna go put in the fan because I'm sweating. Okay, I hope it's not too loud. If you guys are not listening to the music, you might not hear the fan either. Whew. See. Okay, see. Lucy says there are 16 repeated pencils between the 100 and the complementary sets. Sure says, I don't want to know. I can't even try to get all the colors. Gets good thing it never came to mind to get Faber-Castell Black Edition. And Lucy says, it won't be cheap though. Nope, it won't. And your mic is shielding us from the racket. Then it's a good mic then. It's a good video. Kata! Hi, Kata! Welcome here. Welcome. I'm glad you're hanging out with us today on this lovely Wednesday. Okay. Let's see. I go back this to in it out. Okay, let's see. Angela says, I want coffee, but it's too hot. You know, I guess that really tells me that I'm truly Colombian at heart when it comes to coffee, because I don't care if it's hot, I'll drink coffee. Kata says, love your tattoo. Oh, thank you. This is in honor of my baby Coco, which passed away in 2021. And then I have this one too, which is the crab. It's my astrological my sign. Okay. Kayla said it's hot here in the Netherlands too, but still eating soup right now. You know, that's something that Colombians do all the time. It doesn't matter if it's hot. We still have hot soup. We still have hot coffee. We still do all that stuff. And I guess that's the way they raised us. So we don't care if it's hot. We just put on a fan. Let me see. Which one is the lightest? I think they're pretty close. I think this one. Oh, well, I'll do that later. Okay. My zodiac sign. There you go. There you go. That's right. And because I also drink coffee when it's hot outside. I'm Colombian too. There you go. You're Colombian too. Cold brew, haha. You know, actually, I'm not a fan of cold brew. Sometimes I make it because I say, hey, it's hot, but I want some coffee, and then I make it. I make it a cold brew. Like I I put the instant coffee on my little blender. I have a little blender that I make my hot coffee, and I put the cold milk, the instant coffee. I add vanilla. I add other stuff, and then blend it cold. Put a little bit of ice, and then I drink it, and I'm like, ah, this is not satisfying. But if I drink it hot, it's like, yum. It's so good. Let me see. Soy gringa colombiana. Todo el tiempo, mi muñeca hermosa. Todo el tiempo. I just use air conditioning. We don't have air conditioning in Colombia. I mean, they have it like on the mall, like stores, but not on homes. And I live on the 10th floor. I really don't need air conditioning. All I need to do is open the windows. But because I don't want the noise to come in, I close my balcony door and my bedroom window, which is the way I circulate the air. So that's why it's starting to get warm in here, and I needed to put the fan. But other than that, I hardly ever, I mean, I put the fan if it gets too hot, then I put the fan. But I'm in the 10th floor. I shouldn't get that warm in here. Cheryl says 33.33 degrees Celsius, which is 92 Fahrenheit. Here for this month of the summer. No. Cold brew has to be brewed overnight in the fridge. Yeah, but I still don't like it. I might be doing it wrong, but I still don't like it. Let me see how much. What is the temperature here in, where's my weather app? No, not that one. Let's see. Weather. So I'm in Armenia. So right now we're 26 degrees Celsius. So how much is 26? 70 maybe? 75 maybe? I don't know. You tell me. Hot coffee with cold cream. Oh, that is good. I had tried that. That is really good. Hot coffee with cold cream. Yes. Like cold whipped cream. Yum, yum. Why don't you have air conditioning? Because Colombians don't need, they need it in Cali. But the country is not structured for that. I was reading an article that says that The United States uses, like, people in the United States, 98% of the people that live in the United States uses air conditioning. The same thing goes for Japan and another country, I don't remember. But the rest, the percentage is very small. Like Colombia, only 1% of people that live in Colombia have air conditioning. And I think Italy is like 6%. And I think UK is like 4%. So a lot of the countries don't use air conditioning. One is because you gotta retrofit all this stuff to fit in air conditioning. You know, you had to have ducts inside, you had to got vents, exhaust fans, and all of that, so an air conditioner can work the way it's supposed to. And these places have not been built that way. So nobody's going to be retrofitting anything to put an air conditioner when they can have a fan. Janet said, it's quite nice here today, 28 with a breeze. Yeah, we also have a breeze here, but only my window is closed, so I can't get that breeze. I can't wrap my mind about not having AC. Yeah, that is very common here. Very, very normal here in Colombia. Especially because I live in Armenia, which is not supposed to get warm, but only we're getting a heat wave. But as you can see, we're only 26 degrees right now, which is hot for Armenia standards. The castle's looking good. Kata says, I just saw a video about an American guy that legit thought that air conditioning is illegal in Europe. That's funny. Cheryl says, yeah, we can get up to 112 in summer just in the southern U.S. You will die without an AC. Yes, I lived in Texas, and sometimes in Texas it could get to 120 degrees, which you could die. You could die. AC makes me ill. Plus, also, somebody made a good point. Electricity. They run with electricity, and the bill will be outrageous. So a lot of people don't do that because of the bill too. Like my sister, she was living in the United States, and she came to live in Colombia, and she was in Cali. So she had window units installed in her house, and the power company literally sent somebody to knock on her door and find out why the meter was going so high, because they didn't realize she had put window units. And her bill, okay, so my normal bill is like, I pay like 150,000 pesos, which is what, maybe like $50 maybe for my electricity. And her bill that month that she first put this window units was over 1 million pesos. So it's like $500. No, it was like $250, $300. And the people at the power company were like, what's going on with that house? And they literally sent somebody to knock on her door. Okay. And Chris says, and how can people live without AC in hot climates without spending all day drenched in sweats? You start to get accustomed to that. Helen says, I always come home with a virus of some sort if I've been in a place for a long time with AC. Yeah, if you're not used to it, that will happen. Cheryl said, that's common in Southern to be 44, and we are higher elevation than Texas, which is hotter. Yeah, Texas always gets hot. When I went to Cali last week, that's one of the things that I one of the reasons why I left quick. Once Colombia lost, I was like, I'm out of here. It was literally 44 degrees. And I felt like I was going to die. Because the hottest Armenia gets is 26. If it gets really hot, it gets to 28. and and people are like, we're dying here, it's too hot, but it really is not that hot. um, okay. See, Cher says, and I read one time for each degree your body is under 98 point, your immune system is compromised by 20%. I didn't know that. That is interesting. That's exactly what Helen said. Cher says, so you run cooler and get an AC, body temperature drops into 96 range, is 40% chance to get sick. Oh. Janet said, did you go shopping for coloring goodies, Audrey? In Cali? No, I didn't. Cali was too hot to get out. I mean, we went out to eat the day of my birthday, and we took it. Oh, that's story time. So we went out to eat to a place that is not a very fancy restaurant because I just wanted their food, and it's a little hole in the wall, but they make amazing food. Sometimes those holes in the walls are the best places for food. So I took an Uber from my tia and I, and went to that restaurant because I wanted to have seafood, and that's the place that I really love. And every time I go to Cali, I want to go there. So we took an Uber. It was my birthday. It was for my lunch right after my live stream, and we went there, and I had a top, a green top. Well, you guys saw the picture. A green top that is with little straps, just small straps, and I had a pair of jeans. And then we took an Uber and we went there, and the Uber, it was fine. And then we had lunch, my tia and I, and then we took, because from there, since it's like a plaza, and Uber is illegal in Colombia, like, they're not supposed to, but they still do it. And so from there, I couldn't call an Uber because there was too many taxis, and taxi people, they get like really angry if they see that an Uber comes up. So we got a taxi, and we went to see my cousin that was close by, and because she needed lunch, and we were taking her lunch, like I ordered an extra plate for her, and I took it for her. And so we got there, and she ate, and we waited for her chair. She was working, and we thought she was coming home with us because she has a car, but then she was at work, and then the lady that had made an appointment, that we were waiting for her confirmation, and she finally said that she was going for her appointment. And the game, Colombia game, was on at 2 in the afternoon, 3 in the afternoon that day. So I like, let's go. So I called an Uber, and everybody was trying to go home because of the game. So the Uber gets there, and you call an Uber here in Colombia because you want comfort. If not, you call a taxi because taxis usually don't have AC. And Cali is a very hot city. And so I call an Uber thinking we're going to go home more comfortable. It was very hot that day. It was 44 degrees. And I was like, there's no way. I don't want to go home in a taxi because I'll die. So the Uber gets there, and I get in, and I tell the guy, can you please put the AC on? And and the guy turns around and looks at me like I'm crazy. And he goes like, you're already heading home. And he goes, I don't have AC. I was like, what the F is going on? Why would you work as an Uber driver in a car that doesn't have AC? And the traffic was insane. A 25-minute drive turned into an hour and 15 minutes. And I was in front, and my tia was in the back, and the sun was hitting my face. My face was turning red. And I literally started feeling sick. I wanted to throw up. I had a headache. And it was awful. And we were to so much traffic. Anyway, I gave him a 1 star because I couldn't give him a 0. And then the way he responded, which made me even more upset, is that he said, and I said, when I asked him to put the AC on, he goes, I don't have it. You can have AC when you get home. I was like, what the F? Why is this man talking to me this way? Anyway, by the time I got home, I was dizzy. I wanted to throw up. I had a headache. I was getting a heat stroke. I waited a little bit to cool down, and then I got in the shower and to cool down, and then we started watching the game. And I fall asleep before the game was over, like the 90 minutes, because I was drained. Anyway, so let me read the... Okay, hold on. Okay, we got new people. Hello, hello, hello. So Mandy, hi. How is Colombia weather? It is hot today, 93. Right now we are 26, but I'm in Armenia, which is in the mountains. Debbie, hi. Thank you for being here. She says, good afternoon. I'm a bit late to the party. Which book is this? This is Fantasy World by Emily Little Overg. And Sharon said, loving all the information and how different our countries are. I heard in the art British country, they are really about 30 and even 25. And money, how in the heck can you use thousands and millions like there are no more everyday numbers? I should spend a week trying to think about money if pennies were the only kind of money. Oh gosh, you wouldn't survive here, girl. You wouldn't survive here. Anyway, that's the end of my story time. That's the only thing you got out of there is I'm talking thousands and millions. Well, right now the dollar is, I think it's like 3,100 pesos, 3,200 pesos for $1. So that's why we're talking to the thousands and millions. See, how much is a gallon of gas? 465 cents. No. I think a gallon of gas right now runs for about, I haven't, I live very close to a gas station. I think it's 16,000 pesos per 1 gallon of gas. Gas could be here, could be expensive here. Let's see. Cheryl said, love the story time. Helen, I think we should start saying we spend 1,000 pennies. How much is your house payment? 200 cents, 200,000 cents per month. I pay, okay, if you guys want to know, my rent here, because it's not mine, I rent. My rent here, I pay 1.5 million pesos a month. That's what I pay. But I live in a very good neighborhood. Like this is, and I think at one time I talked about how people here, like there is like status, like there is poverty will be status 1 and 0, and then still poverty but doing a little better will be status 2, and then in 3, and then doing better than that, like not rich but not poor either, will be is status 4, and then 5 is doing better but it's still not rich either, is 6, and then 7 is like people that are doing really well. And my status in this apartment is status 6, so it's like wealthy people. Uh-huh. Cheap haircut, 2,000 cents. That's not a real number. Okay, so why do I have this? Oh, why do I have this in my? How did I get this color in my hands? Uh, so a haircut could cost me anywhere from 70,000 pesos to 150,000. And if I go like a really expensive place, I could pay 300,000 pesos. It depends on where I go. And why are you guys talking pennies? We're not talking pennies. We're talking pesos. So pennies and pesos, and that's not the same. How much is a dollar, Adri? So $1 is 3,200 pesos right now. I mean, is there no other denomination other than pesos? Not in Colombia. That's all. Okay. 1.5 million is millions. Yes, it's million pesos. 1.5 million pesos. That's what I pay for rent. Kira, I told this YouTuber that we do have the air conditioning in the Netherlands. He reacted by saying that we will be unable to pay for that once the electricity bills will go up. Well, that's another topic, girl. If he actually knows how things work in a country he has never been in, right. Auntie Chris says, like, you have to be a millionaire to have millions. Well, millionaires here, like, are not really millionaires. For here, people that have a lot of money, they're billionaires and trillionaires. Let's see. Lucy says 1.5 million pesos, that's 480 USD. Around, yeah. That's what I pay for it. But see, where I'm moving, and that's one of the reasons I'm moving to a small town. Where did I get all this orange stuff? Goodness gracious. I hope I don't stain my pencils, my page. Where I'm moving, and that's the reason why I'm moving to a small town, is because I can find an apartment just as nice as this one for about 800,000 pesos. So I'll be saving a lot more. That's so many unnecessary zeros. Actually, no. What that means is that the peso has devaluated. That's exactly what it means. So they are necessary because that means the Colombian peso is not worth as much compared to the dollar. And that's the reason why those things happen. Lucy says, Chris, not really. In Japan, it's similar, and most regular workers receive 1,000,000 yen. That doesn't mean too much, right? 1.5 million pesos is like 250, roughly, because the dollar is like when I arrived in Colombia 2 years ago, the currency was 5,000 pesos per dollar. So that means the dollar is devaluating, and that's why we can get we can pay less for $1 than I did 2 years ago. So my money, because at that point right now coming in pesos, but at that time I was spending dollars, so my money was going longer or was lasting more because I was getting more in exchange for the dollar, which is not happening now. So people like my mother that gets paid in dollars because she's retired from the United States, she right now she gets less money because she has to change it into pesos. Um, Helen says 1.5. Okay. Lucy says, yeah, when Adri first told me the currency exchange, I almost fainted. Yeah. Wow, 1.5 million pounds is million pounds. What? I don't think you're doing it right, honey. Yeah. Million. Okay, yeah. That would be, yeah, that would be 14. That would be, yeah, a lot of money. So that is the reason. Like right now, I'm glad that my money was invested before the dollar fell, because now I'm making money in pesos, not in dollars, which means that I always have the same amount. I always have, instead of being reduced like my mother, whenever she gets her money, because she gets it in dollars, I don't have to worry about that. And I don't have to worry about not having enough money because my money will be in dollars. I don't know if I can explain it better. Okay. Does anything ever cost less than 1 pesos? Nothing costs less than a peso. Actually, nothing costs a peso. Nothing. 1 peso is, people don't even talk about 1 peso. They don't even talk about 5 pesos. I think, we have coins that are, the smallest coin here is 50 pesos, and then the next one is 100 pesos. Sorry. Sorry, I needed to sneeze. The next one is 100 pesos. The next one is 200 pesos. The next one is 500 pesos. This is coins. And then the next one is 1,000 pesos. And then we got a 2,000 peso bill. And then we got a 5,000 peso bill. And then we got a 10,000 peso bill and a 20,000 pesos bill and then a 100,000 pesos bill. And it stops there. Mm-hmm. The property I want to buy is 1.5 million Brazilian reals. Oh gosh. Kata says, so pesos is like a cent. I think it's less, because if $1 is 100 pennies, but $1 is 300 pesos, is less than a penny. That's what I'm saying. Lucy's laughing. I know it's complicated. It's complicated. 1.5 is a normal spending price for real estate. Million. And you're talking dollars? My house didn't cost that much in the United States. I bought my house. When I bought it, it was sold to me for $120,000. And when I sold it for $280,000. So but then again, I lived in Texas, so it's a different. It's so much different. Okay, so who's going to be watching the game today? I'm going to try to watch it because I am rooting for England. But if I get upset, I might stop watching it. If I see what's been going on with FIFA, giving everything to Argentina, then I might get so upset. I might me, sister. Yes, I might stop watching if I because I get angry when it comes to football. I get angry. I start screaming at the TV. I cannot sit down. I had to watch it standing up because I get 2 inches. So I turn into a different person when it comes to football. Okay, my house cost me 70,000 K Brazilian reals. That is 15K dollars. $15,000? That's cheap. Be right back. Going to buy my mom an ice cream. Okay, only to support my grandson. Good. I mean, I'm gonna watch it, but I literally going to get upset and angry the minute they start showing favoritism to Argentina. Which right now I'm not calling it Argentina. I'm calling it Argent FIFA. The crocodile looks if she says, Lucy Fox, how much is that in euros? Oh, it's less because the euro is more than the dollar. I found that out when I was sending the money for my book to Jeanette. I had to do it in euros, and it was a lot more than it would have been in dollars. Is this the lightest? I think so. See, everybody better vote for England. Yes, I'm rooting for England, definitely. And there is so many memes, and this is what happened to me today. I was on, you know, on Facebook, which I'm not often on Facebook, and there was, somebody posted, uh, everybody in Colombia is rooting for Argentina. And so I replied, I said, if the elections were done today, I said, and this is sarcastic, Adriana, okay? I said, if the elections were held today in Colombia, Messi will be the president. It's sarcasm. And this guy got all upset, his panties all in a tangle because I said that. And he said, you're the only one that's rooting for Argentina. You see 1,500 people here responding that, that we're going for it with England, and you're the only one that's rooting for Argentina. How dare you? I was like, I responded, there's no need to talk to me that way. And he goes, yes, because you're rooting for Argentina. And I said, when did I said I was rooting for Argentina? Please learn how to read sarcasm, because this is sarcasm. I just thought it was so funny that people get all up in a tangle. Kata said, I pay 670 euros in rent each month. So that would be like, how much would it be? Anybody can tell how much I pay in rent in euros? If I pay 1.5 million in pesos, how much will be in euros? So I can relate to how much she's saying. Okay, guys, I think I'm going to wrap up. It's been a little over 2 hours. How much I pay? How much is that? 1,300, no, 1,380 euros. I'm not reading that number right. I'm not reading that number right. Let me see. Let's go here. Let's do this. Okay. So if I put here, so euros today, if I put 1.5, that's 15,150, 1.5 million. It's 404 euros. Yeah. Yeah. 404 euros. Yeah. Around today. Yeah. I hope you guys are doing my in a different way than I am. Okay, so I'm not gonna color anymore. We already passed the 2 hours, and I need to go ahead and make me some lunch so I can eat before the game. But thank you for being here. It was fun. I really enjoyed it. I'm glad I didn't cancel it. And let's see how this thing looks so far. I think it's looking great. Let me see. I think it's looking great. Let's lift it up. Yeah, I love how it's coming along. I can't wait to work more on this. Maybe when I'm watching the game, if I'm not too much into a tangle with the game, but or maybe tonight after the game. I also need to cook for Bruno today, so I got a lot to do after this. Thank you guys. Love you. It was fun being here, and let's do this again on Sunday. What about that? We could do that. So, thank you. Bye. Ciao.